Welcome everyone, welcome back. Backroads County. Now, today I keep saying the same thing, what I want to achieve, but I keep sort of running out of time. Now we did a fair bit of clearing last episode. I'm really happy with that, and well, it really is it is coming together. I'm just sort of a bit lost for words. It's really early for me at the moment. Doing this recording. Yeah. Well, as I've said before in the other episodes, I want to get a silage organised, a silage bunker or something, or at least a grass field set up. Even here we've got a fairly decent. Well, it's a start, but I want to get bigger. I want to make this bigger. Yeah. So we're going to do a fair bit of logging again today. This might be a long episode. Depends how it goes. I'm just sort of surveying the area as I'm talking. I haven't given it too much. I haven't previewed the previous episode. So I'm just sort of taking the area in, but yeah, let's get cracking. I want to do a fair bit of forestry. I'm going to start with these big ones. The quicker I get these things chopped down, taken care of, the better. So rather than chop them all up straight up, I'm just going to start chopping them down first, and then I'll chop them into smaller logs and sell them off. Well, I can already see the sun. This map is starting to brighten up a bit because of chopping all the trees down that we have. It's reduced the canopy, and the light is coming into the farm now, so that's really great. So I want to get rid of these. I'm going to get rid of these big trees and these bushes. Okay. I've downloaded also off camera. I was actually on the way into loading this game. I've downloaded some mods. So I won't be using them straight up, but they looked really good, and I think there's a good chance I'll be using a few of them. The other thing is, I forgot to mention, I've updated the game finally, so I'm on the latest update now. I held off for a while because I heard there were problems. Rather than risk it, I just waited, and then they made an amendment to the update, or an update on the update, and I did test it off camera. Apparently, it was the original update was causing some issues. I'm not sure what the issues were, but it involved. Well, I knew what I read up what some of the problems were, but I don't know what was causing the problems. Whether it was a problem with the patch, or the patch was causing an incompatibility with something. But apparently they fixed it anyway. And one of the original things was it was interfering with the build mode. But off camera, I loaded up another map, played with the building mode, and I didn't have any problems. I didn't see any problems. So since that appears to be solved, I went and updated, because I did want to get the update. I've been holding off, and I finally got it. And I think one of the big, I haven't looked at it yet, but apparently there's a Mercedes addition to it all, I think. Don't quote me on it. Like I said, I haven't really looked into it, but I did a bit of reading up, and I'm not sure if the Mercedes came with it, or the Mercedes is a separate DLC. It could be a separate DLC. I'm not sure, but I think there's been some new content come in. So if I'm wrong, please don't hold it you know, hold me to it, but I guess we'll find out. Anyway, let's get cracking. Get these. I know I could just continue from this line, but what I'm actually going to do, just put that down for a second so it'll run faster. I'm going to start squaring this field up a bit. This is the line that I've been sort of holding. I'm going to continue up this way because I also want to find out the boundary, how far this plot goes to. I know a lot of these are dog trees, you know. Which one? This is a beech. Okay, I thought it might have been. There's a tree called a dog something or other, and it is worth absolutely nothing. It really isn't. But I'm going to be. Wow, there's bushes. There's something. So right now I'm just going to continue going up the line. I don't want to get all the trees up to the road. I want to leave. This is probably about as closest to the road I want to get. I know there are other trees here, and for the record, I think I can chop them down. I don't plan to. I just want to see. Yep. Okay. So I can chop those ones down, but that's not my plan right now. I'm just going to seek out my boundary. That is, I'm just going to keep following this line, chopping the trees down until it says I can't get any more. Great demand at sawmill. Okay, I just got a message for that. I've got nothing to sell there, so there's no point even having a look. Right. How is everyone? Hope everyone is well. I hope everyone's doing fine. A bit rusty this morning. I've had a bit of an early start this morning. I was up pretty early, so if I'm sounding a bit tired and that, it's probably because I'm a bit tired. But I'll snap out of it. I'll snap out of this. Just trying to get my bearings. Probably take these two here down. I'll be chopping down a stack straight up, and I'll probably mix it up a bit. I'll chop a stack of trees down. Then I'll go around here and maybe take out these stumps. You know, I might even. Don't quote me on it. I'll probably even put a silage down today because I have got a fair bit of room now. I mean, I've probably even got enough room now to put one down. But right now, my first priority is just chopping down. I'm trying to define my boundary. That's essentially what I'm trying to do. So, where's the road? I'll use the road as a guide. That's the only real permanent marker I've got at the moment. I'm not going to chop that one down. Probably no need. So if I can just keep chopping this way, it'll eventually tell me. When it tells me I can't chop this tree down, I'll know from that I'm at my boundary. Actually, rather than even take the foliage off, I'm just going to. So I can do the foliage at any time. Saves me. If I start trimming the trees that I chop down now, I'll have to keep referencing myself to where I am to the road. So I'll just I'll chop the trees down now, and then I'll deal with the foliage. Because the only way I'm really going to know how much land I've got is by clearing it out first. I had a look on the Mod Hub also. Like I said, I downloaded some mods before, but while I was on there, one thing I've really noticed, and I'm quite surprised about it, and greatly, and don't get me wrong, I'm very happily surprised about it. There's a huge number of 4X maps. Now on other versions, I mean, we've had 4X maps on other versions, sure, but they were normally very rare. You didn't get 4X maps very often. I just had a look at the latest page. Wow, that's a big tree. And straight up, without even looking, you know, to the next page, I think I came across 4 or 5, at least 4 or 5 4X maps, which is fantastic. It really brings variety into the game when you know. I know I've said it before, but honestly, that's one of the strongest points in this game, is the amount of variety you get. It really keeps this game going. You know, to the point where I still even now play the older versions of the game, simply because I love some of the maps, and a couple of maps I haven't finished. Admittedly, I'm spending more and more time with the YouTube channel, and but it definitely shows the longevity by having these mods. Looks like just tossing up if I should come out here. That's probably getting a bit close to the. It's right on the. Yeah, I'll get rid of it. It's not so much I want this tree, it's the trees behind it that I want to get. Like this one here and the one behind it. If these were small trees, I wouldn't have bothered, but taking that tree there that I just chopped down, I wouldn't have chopped that down there if these were small trees, but no, they're huge trees, so I'm going to get them. And we've still got a line of trees near the road. Just it's there. I think we must be getting close though. Wow, it just shows you how wow. Now yeah, I'll get it. Again, I was umming and ahhing about taking this one down, but I really want to keep it pretty much squared up. I want to know how much room I've got. I don't think I'll bother with those trees. This one's going to be in the way. I think we're just about, we must be getting close. I think I'll leave that because I still feel like I'm going straight. Well, I can't believe, well, I can believe, but here we go. Right, I can't chop this tree down. Okay, so this is my boundary, so I'll come back this way now and I'll clear out these ones here. I'm just trying to, I'm not sure exactly where the line is, but it must be close. Yep, I can get that one. No, I can't. Okay, so this must be my line here. Go this way, get this tree down here. As low as I can get it. Right, wow. Some of this foliage is just sort of blinding me a bit. Some of it just gets a little too bushy for my liking. So I know I can do the foliage later, but there was that many bushes I really couldn't see where I was going for a second. So I'll just clear this up a little bit and then I'll continue. Here we go. So what are those two ones there? Should be two of them. Okay, so maybe this one here. See, by doing this, it exactly lets me know. That way I can come back from the farm and as soon as I get here I'll know this is my boundary. And actually what I can start doing is using the winch to pull them back into that clearing that I've made and chop them all up there. Okay, so we've got this one here. Can I chop this one? I don't think I can. I can, okay. I thought maybe that was... I thought that might have been out of bounds, but apparently not. I really want a defined area. That's why I don't mind leaving a line of trees near the road, just to, you know, because they look really good with the road. And the road itself is a boundary marker. But over here, I really want to find out what my where my boundary is. What I'll do later, I'll send the drone up as soon as I find my other boundary. Actually, I might just have a look at the map now quickly. Sorry, wrong one. I'll go to farmland because that'll put the boundaries on. There we are. Okay. Alright, well, as you can see, if you haven't seen my mouse, the highlighted green square, that's my plot 144. Obviously the highlighted part is I can cut anything in that plot because that's mine. But where the arrow, where my location arrow is pointing, if I go directly south to the road, that's my boundary. And again, I'll leave a line of trees right next to the road. So basically, I'm pretty much halfway from the road. If I can see the road there, about halfway. So, actually, rather than get that one, just take these off. I'll get this one that's hard up if I can. Oh, wrong one. Let's press the wrong key. Wondering why I was going slow. I've left half of it behind now too. Here's the other half I left behind. Right. It's really getting hard to see with the foliage. That's why I'm starting to take the foliage off. I mean, I've got bushes everywhere, and with the branches it almost makes it impossible to see. Okay, so I wonder if that's mine. I don't think that one's mine. I might have even tried this one before. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I can get this one. Yes, I can. I honestly didn't think we could get that one. I'll leave that one. I probably will get it later, but I just want to get the big ones down first. Otherwise, when I go to load up, the tractor's going to be tripping over the little ones. Once I clear everything out, then I can make up my mind if what else I want to take down. Okay, so that must be the... I'm not going to go any further down there. So, okay, that's my other boundary now. Where's that tree? I'm just going to make sure I can't get any more trees on this side. Okay, like this one here I just passed. Which I may be able to get it because it's so close to the other one I just chopped. Yep. think I left some stuff on. I always come back twice to these trees because they always seems to leave some stuff under the log more than anything. So maybe this one here's one's going to be out of bounds. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much my boundary. Just get that one there. It's a pretty definitive boundary I've got now. I'll just clear off the foliage. I'll go back and clear the foliage off these trees here, and that way I'll be able to send the drone up and I'll easily be able to see to scale where my how big my plot of land is. Just helps knowing exactly my boundary. Just really helps me with determining the way I'm going to lay out my opening farm. Now, depending on how big it is, this could be a permanent farm. I'm tipping it's not going to be the permanent farm because, for a number of reasons, but the main reason is it's in the lower portion of the map. To have a big farm like my main farm, I'd like to have it in the centre of the map. That way, no matter where I am, I'm not going to be too far away from anything, if that makes sense. Just get these couple of... Right. So I'm just looking at the tracks. I'll leave that one. I don't want to... I'm going to have a bit of some trees opposite. I'm thinking this might be my line I'd take where this tree here is. I don't think I want to go any further past this point between here and the rails. I'm going to keep this portion. Right. So now I'm heading back towards the farm. That's the hill. So I'll keep that one there. I'm just defining a boundary. Even though I can chop these trees down, I think. I'll just double check. I don't plan to. Yep, I can chop those but I'd like to have some trees near the train line. Helps muffle the noise, and it's, there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it. It's too early in the morning, like aesthetics, or just to make, like, although I'm going hell for leather now to clear the land, doesn't mean I'm going to be chopping every single tree down. I just want to be able to clear a decent amount so I can start building things. And I don't have to worry about that. I'll get this one here down. So right now, as I say, I'm just redefining this boundary back to the farm. Then I'll send the drone up, and that'll give a better understanding of how. I know I keep repeating myself. Like I said, it's just a bit early for me in the morning, and just trying to distract everybody from this exciting work that I'm doing. And sure, there's a fast forward button on the player, so if this is too painful for you, I don't blame you. I'll just fast forward it. I can see the farm now, or I can see the strutsman in the distance, so I know we're getting close. Not too far away. It's a pretty big, decent plot, actually. Again, this is a 4x map, and this is probably one of the smallest plots there is. So really, seeing the size of this plot and then comparing it to the bigger ones, I think it's going to start to bring, highlight the fact of how big this map actually is. It's huge. I'd like to chop that down, but I'm not going to. It's too close to the train. Okay. Let's just trim this up a little bit. Where is it? I've lost the tree. There it is. Let's go back a bit. Right. So I'll just go out a bit in a second. I've sort of started coming back in the middle of the plot, the direction, so I'll just straighten up in a second after this one. Right, come back. Oh no, that's right on the edge too. Okay, I was going to chop that one down, but I don't need to. I'm just going to chop these ones down here because I can see the tractor getting caught up trying to pick up these trees that I felled. Right. Okay, let's trim these up. As soon as I get back to the farm, I'll send the drone up and have a good look. Okay. Where's the other one? Man, it's so bushy around here. Alright. Yep. I'll take that one down. I'm starting now to what do you call it? Even though the other boundary lines that I followed, you know, parallel to the road and back to here, I'm going to start chopping a few more. You know, because this is where I'm going to start to clear it. So I'm starting to do a bit more clearing now. I'm just about back at the farm now. Just worry about getting the big trees down for the time being around here. Unless they're all bunched together, then I'll have to, like they were just before. Alright, enough talk. Right, so we're back at the farm now. So to break it up, what I'm going to do is I'll get the New Holland out, and I'm going to grind out those stumps that I've on this area that I cleared last episode, and what I can do then is I can just drag a lot of these trees that I've started to fell. Okay, let's just drop that for a second. Okay, I'm going to get all these stumps here out of the way, but right now I'm going to send the drone up. Flight mode. Q, up we go. Now, as you can see, there's two little buildings. That's the shed and my cabin, and the bigger clearing on the left, that's the sawmill. From the sawmill, that's my boundary. Where you can see the road, that's another boundary. Up here to the north is the rail line, that's the other boundary. Now if I just follow it left, hopefully we should be able to see a line of trees that I felled marking the boundary to the rest of this plot of land. As you can see, there's a lot of trees in the middle now. Now, if you can see, there's a line of trees in the middle of the screen, top to bottom. That's the other boundary. From the road straight up, that's the boundary of my plot that I've got now. So from here, pretty much these trees right in the center here, that's what I'm going to be concentrating to be clearing on, and that's where I'll put a grass field, and I'll put a big grass field in there and a silage pit or a bunker or something. Anyway, it's just gonna drop back down to earth. There's a lot of stuff to pick up. I don't have to probably chop any more trees down for a while. Well, that will sped up because of the flight mode, so I'll just disable that. Now I'm back at a normal speed. Right, okay. So where's the... No, I'm going to do the bit of stump grinding now, just for something different. I'll just zoom out of it if I can. Okay. Now starting from here. Okay, let's just zoom in a bit. Hope people aren't feeling too seasick. Is that all of it? Yep. Oh, there's one there. Right, let's clear out these stumps. I can use this as a staging area before I put the field down. So I'll just clear out all these stumps here, and then I'll attach the that pulley there in the bottom left-hand corner there. It's toggled over. I'll connect that to the tractor, and I'll just drag. I'll drag all the logs into this area. That way I can chop them up into pieces here without having to worry about dodging up, you know. It's a lot easier to load the trailer up in this area because it's obviously cleared. It's a bit stubborn. Usually about 10 seconds they go. Once you see, for this stump grinder to be effective, basically what you're looking for is the sawdust coming out of it. It usually takes about 10 seconds. Sometimes you can ram it on there and it doesn't bring up the sawdust. If that's the case, it means it's not cutting, even though it's right on top of it. So you always want to make sure you'll be seeing the sawdust. Then it's usually about 10 seconds. Every now and again it'll leave a little chip of wood, like the piece that I brought into the cabin. That's not uncommon, and if that's the case, you can either pick it up, or if you're like me, get a bit lazy, you just hit it with the grinder, and it'll get rid of it for you. It's a really effective way of getting rid of these stumps. Yeah, and you want to keep the grinder away from the logs themselves, because it will chew it up, chew the logs up. See, oh yeah. See, right now, if I can zoom into it, well, it's making a lie of me. You'll see there's no sawdust, but you can still see the stump. I'm trying to bring it so you can see the stump. You can still see the stump. It appears to be right into it, but it's not cutting because there's no chips. So what you want to do is just move it up or down till you see the chips like that, and then about 10 seconds it'll go like that. Now it's gone. Okay. So just going to clear this out. I just want to zoom out a bit so I can. It's really hard to see the stumps in the grass. Over here in the cleared sections it's easy, but that's why I like to sort of zoom out a bit. And no matter how patient you are and how much time you spend in clearing your stumps, when you come to ploughing the field, you'll always find some. But that's when you really find out what you've missed, is when you start the ploughing. so I just do the best job as I can straight up, because I am going to be using this as a staging area. I don't want the logs to be catching on the stumps, so that's half the reason. And obviously the other half the reason is I've got to get it cleared anyway for the grass field. And not to mention, it just breaks up the episode rather than, because we are going to be doing a fair bit of forestry today, so it's good to be able to do something different. I might have, what I'll do next after this stump is I'll just have a look at what's available for me with in the way of silage bunkers. Okay. Next episode, I'll be buying some new equipment. Because I know, I'd like to say I'm doing this episode, but I know how much work is going to be on my plate. But next episode, I'll be getting the plough. I'll be getting a seeder, and I'm unsure yet. Haven't made my mind up, but I'll a rock picker, a stone picker. This is what I mentioned before. Sometimes he'll leave a little portion like this out, and sometimes you can pick it up, sometimes you can't. Doesn't matter. I usually get rid of them anyway, and all you have to do is just change the angle that you made the cut from, and then just, I can now change my angle now, come in at a different angle, and then it goes. Sometimes if you have it on for a while and it doesn't disappear, and you can see sawdust and everything, all you do is lift up your blade and just move it, and just cut in a different direction, and then that'll take it. Okay, I'm just about done here, I reckon, for the time being. Alright, I'm happy with that for the time being, so I'm not going to bother putting it in the shed just yet. I know it's probably not everything, but it's good enough to get started. Right, sorry, I just wanted to park this down a bit. That'll do. No. I'm struggling to find out what key killed the ignition. Right, okay, so tractor. Alright, as you can see, the trailer is half loaded up. So what I will do, I'll see if I can kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to start taking out some of these liftable logs, because I can probably put half a dozen or so maybe on this trailer, and we'll take it to the sawmill. Over here, because it's just getting a bit too much. Just put it here, maybe like that. Right, now see if I can load it up. Is that a liftable one? Crikey, look at the size of this one. That looks like a full-on log, and yeah, I haven't got super strength on. It's even fooling me, but there's the proof. 168 kilos. Anything under 200 is liftable. That looks pretty horrid. I got to straighten that up. It's already fallen off, I think. Yep. Alright. Come on. If I can get that here. Strap it on. No, didn't take. This must be really out. Can I still lift it? Or did take it? No, I didn't think it took it. Oh boy. What I'll do is I'll turn it around, because I need to get a strap onto it. I'm stuck here. Come around from the side. Right. What I'll do is I'll turn around. What I'll do, I'll just put it on top. I can put a smaller one down on that side. I just need to sit properly. Okay, I'm not happy with that. Let's get up there. It was sticking a bit. Just want it on the other side of this white log. Yeah, that's where I wanted it. That's better. Alright. That's cool. Let's get a couple of straps on it. Right, now see how many more of these. It's a resident train. Wow. Crikey. Ugh. Putting these long ones on. That's not where I want it. I don't think that's even where I want it. Although it fits, if I can get it down low, it means I can put more on. Just down here. That's closer. Actually, that's pretty good. That's where I want it. Yep, that'll do. Yep. Okay. Let's start worrying about some of these. Wow, these are long logs. How's that looking? It's looking interfering with the turning of the tractor. Yeah, it is, I think. I'm going to have to move that back a bit. Probably smash into the cabin if I try to drive with it like that. Come on, it's locking me. It's sticking, there we go, it's better. What about that now? Oh boy, okay. No worries, because it wasn't right. Okay, we'll try that. It's really hard to judge. Okay. Well, I'm going to get it up there. Come on. It's jammed itself under the wood. Actually, oh, no. Not actually. I thought I didn't realise how much it was sticking up in the air. Just want it to be a little bit more stable. Okay, how far ahead of that is? Bit of forestry mechanics happening at the moment. Okay, it's strapped in now. That piece must have been worthless, because I think it just disappeared. If it disappears like that, it means it's not worth any money. It's like foliage. Okay, that's too heavy. It's a nice length. I'll probably put that on easily. What's the time? 5. Okay. Oh, that's the other thing I've definitely got to put up. I might even put up sooner than later, is some sort of petrol tank on the farm. Saved me driving all the way into town. Wow. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think I've got to start taking more of these liftable ones, otherwise we're just going to get a huge pile. Oh, come on. It's not what I wanted. Didn't even get close to where I want it. Let me get up top. Alright. Sort of where I want it, but not quite. How about that? Yeah, okay, that'll do. It's probably about as good as it's going to get. Yeah, how much can I put in there now? So we get another good log. Perfect, like that. Where did it go? Alright, this will be the last log I put onto it. Oh. Come on. Sometimes I've got to climb onto the tractor to get a height so I can drop it properly. Okay. Okay, it's better, but still not ideal. Put in the middle a bit more. It's a nice gap for you. Don't fall off. Oh, don't fall off. I'm telling myself not to fall off. There we go. That's perfect. That'll do. Rightio. I'm quickly going to go and sell this load, and then I'm going to crash for the night. And then I'm going to concentrate on bringing these logs over here, chop them up. Then this area out. Okay, so where's that's just down there to my right. Let's up into the cabin. Actually, I won't because maybe I can. How much space have I got? It's still a bit tight around here to go wide. The other thing I've got to look at is this ditch to the road. Sometimes some areas are really steep. Actually, this doesn't look too bad. Okay, this is good actually. Right. Okay, it's ready. Okay. Just level that out nicely. Okay, actually I really wouldn't mind owning this sawmill. It'll take it easy. I don't want to flip it. I am carrying a lot of load and it's top heavy, so I do have to be very careful. Got there, I reckon. Right. Although it looks really big, it's a lot of small stuff, so it may be pretty underwhelming. I might even be lucky to get 5,000 for it. How much did I get? 7,000. Actually, well, it's a lot more than I expected. Certainly not going to complain at that. I was expecting between 5 and 6. Wow, it's clicking away. I suppose I can just come straight through here now that I've got an empty load. Be a chance to have a look at what else is over here. It's a nice looking barn, isn't it? Obviously that's wood production. I think makes planks. Oh wow, this is pretty not just jumping to the cabin. This is pretty thick. I'll have to come around this way. Maybe I should have stuck to the road. Okay. That's not too bad. So I think it's just past these logs here. Right, okay. Now I'm going to stick the trailer into a position where it's accessible from all angles, which will be about there. Now I'm going to go and get the pulley, so I'm going to start pulling these trees in. It actually, I don't know, actually I'm not, because two reasons. Firstly, it's night time, but secondly, I'm going to have to attack them from here, otherwise they're going to be snagging on all the other trees. But I'll still use the pulley. I'm just going to start from this end now. Now that I know where my boundary is. Oh, this is getting a bit untidy, isn't it? Can't even get into my own cabin. Let's just see if I can do something here. Make it a little bit presentable. Alright, I can get in now. Okay, 7. I'm going to sleep in at 7, get up a little bit later, just hopefully so there's a little bit more daylight. So okay, even though it's darkish, it's just on the verge of becoming proper daylight. Right, so I mean, yeah, I've got a stack of stuff here I can start loading up. Alright. Not sure what I've cleared or not. That looks like it's pretty much cleared. Alright, I'm just going to start. Okay. I'll recount that because he was running when he did that. Okay, there you go. Actually, I forgot to put the... Yeah. I forgot about the pulley. So I'm going to go and drag the big trees over here. And I'll chop them up over here. That'll make it easier for me. Alright. There we go. So right, that up. The correct way up. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's go grab these big trees and drag them over here. Which is the best way I'm going to do this. I'm pretty much just looking at this stage, just looking at the big stuff. Some nice big stuff here that I haven't chopped up. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on right now. Why is that happening? Actually, I'll do it the easy way. This is why I bought the pulley. Actually, how much fuel have I got? I've really got to keep an eye on that. Okay. R B. Now I'm actually going to use the winch. It's been a while since I've used the winch. I've got to turn the winch on, I think, from memory. I thought it was Z or something. Control winch K and M. Okay, that's different to the way it used to be. So which way is shortened? Here we go. So what I'm going to do is just bring it up to the same length as here. Okay, R, now I can attach that. Okay, that's good. Now, what I can do is connect this one here, if I can. The tree's in the way though. So just do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save it quickly in a sec because I'm going to try and carry 4. Now this is the mod version of the pulley, so I don't expect any problems, but I'm just going to quickly save it now. And if it crashes it, I'll reload back to it. So I'm just going to pause it here for a tick while I save it. Okay, I just saved it. So because I do want to try and see if the game is going to crash. I've got 3 connected now. Snagging is just annoying me a little bit. I'll come at a different angle if I can. actually I'll take this other one here on, as this will be a good enough experiment right here. Just bring them together. Right. Okay. So R, B. Okay. That's interesting. That is interesting. Didn't crash, but it's clearly telling me .5 tons. Okay, well, I'm not upset with that, because this is the first time I've really tested this mod. It didn't crash. That's the main thing. Normally, I'm not saying this applies to everybody. I'm just referring to my own experience. Normally, if I have the in-game winch and I try to connect 4 of them, it would just crash the game completely. So, if anyone else has that problem, I suggest they try this mod. Then again, other people may not have this problem at all. Okay, so I'll just disconnect those. Turn that off. Turn that off. Right. Okay, now they're all lined up here. I can just cut them all 3 at once now, and I'll speed it up. Well, again, hang on. I'm running now, aren't I? So it's about here. So now I can do just looking for the score. Okay, that's that. Well, that wasn't me. I pressed stop and it kept on going. Okay, that's better. See how quick this is? This is where that pulley really comes into its own. This is what it's pretty much designed to do. You know, this one load alone and probably just about fill this trailer. Where's the third one? Oh, there it is. Yes. Okay, so just take that one there off for a second. I can pick this piece up because that's under. I was keeping an eye on the weight. And yeah, I think one day I'm just going to come around here, pick up all those logs. So it's really starting to get a bit messy. So that's the latest cut. Well, yeah, I had my carrying sword. Get that out. Otherwise, it's like running. Hang on. Must have pressed the wrong key. There. It's about here. And that's 175. Okay. I think I don't know. Half of me really wants me to get a logging trailer, but you know, realistically, I'd only really use it for one thing, and that'd be to carry all these. I might use it once or twice to get rid of all these in one hit, and then I probably wouldn't have a need for it for a long time. So I think I'm just going to keep it there for a while, and as I need to top up my wood, I'll take from the easy pile, as in liftable. Okay. It's snowing or something. What? It is too. I thought it was snowing. I'm thinking. Oh, crikey. Okay. So where's my cut? If I cut this, put it on here. Yeah, I'll do that count again. I'm not sure. I don't think I've cut this. No, I haven't. Okay. And that piece is liftable. Actually, is this piece liftable as well? That's, yeah, both these pieces are liftable. One's 180, I think the other was about 160 or something. 160 or 170, I think. Alright. Alright, then I can use the tractor to load up all these. This is why it's good to have a staging area. That is an area that's cleared, and you know, I'm not going to be dodging trees and snagging on stumps, and so once you get a good staging area, you know, forestry does become a lot quicker. Right, now just make sure I get the right tool. Okay. Say that about that, and yet actually that's not, what the heck. Okay, I'm gonna have to reprogram my helper key. So I didn't click it then. I actually clicked cruise control, but I want to, when I say I want to, it means I will, or I'm going to remap the helper key, because when I use AI assisted steering, the amount of times I've ended up activating the worker, it's yeah, I don't want that to be happening anymore. Although it doesn't at this stage apply to this map. Well, I think it was the Hermanhausen map. One of the episodes happened to me, and it's happened to me a couple of times in my offline map as well. Maybe I can get 2 in 1 hit. I don't normally do 2 in 1 hits, but no, I don't think it's going to let me. I know it can, but it doesn't mean it's going to. Come on, get up. What's going on here? Alright, so that's up. You see what I mean? If you're trying to do it once, you can quite often spend too much time trying to pick up 2, when in fact it's just as quick to pick up 1. Now, fair enough, this is a big girth on this log, but I truly find it, for me, easier just with this setup anyway, just to pick up 1 at a time. I know you get better, more specific claws and grabs, and yeah, that's fair enough. Once you got that sort of stuff, well, then yeah, they obviously do pick them up a lot easier, more than 1. But the setup I've got at this early stage, this is what works for me, so that's what I'm going to stick to. Okay. Having said that, there's a very good chance that these will easily pick up into, but then I've only got I've got a bit of space to put them on the trailer. See, I'll try to get these 2 together. Doesn't mean it's going to work. Sometimes it works, more often than not it doesn't. There we go. See, it can be done, and that's why I don't bother. That's the very reason why I usually just go for 1 at a time. By the time you ended up picking up the 2, and 9 times out of 10 you'll either take ages to get it, or you get it quickly and then it'll fall off. Defeats the purpose. Okay, E. So I can get a strap or two on here. It's good enough. Get that one on instead. I'll see if I can reach over and put this one on the other side. I mean, look how quick that was. You know. Plus it's not going to fall out on me. I mean, sometimes they'll fall out if you don't pick them up properly, but that's pretty much gripped. And fall off. Okay, that's good. Right. Right. Yeah, there are some big logs on this. Actually, realistically, what I should do is start reversing these logs because they are that big. So that's what I'll do. I'll come from this big one here on the other side, just to even it up a bit. I don't want to be picking up two here, even though it's placed in a convenient spot. I really don't want to be picking up two because I've only got space. You know, I'll put them down and one would fall off. I just want to grab one because I can control it better with one. All right, now. These logs still a bit close to where I want it to be. Just to bear with me for a tick. Let's push them out of the way a bit. That's another good thing about this pulley. That's what you can use it for. Get some light, so I'm still a bit darkish. There we go. Might be overkill, but I still find it just a little bit dark, especially when operating machinery. You just want to make sure you be able to see what you're doing. Is that going to fall? That's it, perfect. That'll do nicely. Especially if I can get a strap on it. Even just one. Okay. Perfect, I'm happy, real happy with that. Okay. But you can see how much I'm moving now that I've got a nice staging area here. Ooh. Yeah, what's going on there? I might just look. Oh, that's why I lift this up a bit. That's what's catching on. Alright. Okay, I'm just looking at the girth of this, deciding where I'm going to place it. Now what's today? So it's the morning. I'll have to put another $20,000. Well, I don't have to, but I'm going to put another $20,000 on the line. Every day I want to put at least $20,000 down just to make sure that, you know, it's not going to be gaining too much interest. more importantly to get the thing paid off. Okay, how's that looking? Oh, I might just give that a little nudge. It's not too bad, but I don't mind it being a little back, but I'd rather just prefer that to be a little bit more to the front of the tractor. There. Perfect. Alright, let's get that strapped. Alright, next. A little bit. I want to do that. There we are. Okay. You know, I knew that was going to be over. I did. But I didn't think it was going to be that much over. It was only going to be probably less than half that distance over. Be careful, it's going to be up a little bit. Back onto the arm. There we are. That'll do it. Okay. The trailer made short work of these three. These were three big trees too, incidentally. It's not as if that was anything small. These were big trees. So what I'll do is I'll try and get all these logs in one load, and if I can do that, I'll see if I can also just, well, that was me, throw on a couple of liftable logs. I really feel like I need to be taking some of these away every load now, liftable logs, otherwise it's just going to get out of control. I'll get to the stage where I will have to just do a complete load of liftable logs. It's not quite well, it's not far off it, but there. That's good. Right. I fear I'm going to get that little dag off, but I fear it's going to unlock all the straps. Got him. Okay, maybe because I didn't cut it. But if I was to cut the log, guaranteed it would have unloaded all these straps. And the logs would have probably gone flying. Right. It's a pretty good looking load already. Let's get these three. This will be a pretty decent load. I mean, financially, I hazard to guess if I can get all of this on. Now, I actually don't want to take two, even though it's gonna. I really don't want to take two. Just the way the trailer's packed, loaded, it's going to be easier for me to continue loading it. Come on. One log at a time. Right, okay. Yeah, there's heaps of room on this side. Lift it up a bit. There we go. Let's get a little room right here. Oh. Coming off a little bit. Come on, get over there. Quite what I wanted. Just a little bit of a nudge. Come on. That's it, that'll do. It's closer to where I want it to be. Yep. You know, when I did that save, I forgot to mention, I didn't realise it was already at the first hour. I could not believe that. I know the start was a little slow. I just didn't realise how slow. Trying to rock it back into the back of the jaws to keep it level. There we go. Right. Okay. Not sure if I lifted high enough. Oh, easily. Got the result I wanted, but it flung it a little bit more than I wanted to fling it, but pretty much landed where I want it to land, if that makes sense. Oh, wrong key. There we go. Right, that's a pretty impressive load. It's going to be good dollars here. I hope it's actually going to be more than 7,000. That's as if I can get these logs on, but I think I can. It's looking pretty stable and pretty level, enough to get 3 more. There we go. I'll go around from the other side. About time I put something on the other side. Now, I'm wondering if I can put it on the middle layer, on the edge. Just get up out and have a look at this. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. It'll go on, but it'll probably roll straight off. There's not a lot of purchase, but it'd be really good if I could do it. I'll give it a crack. Just got to be really patient with it. Not there, just there. Just not want to roll off. There we go. Get on there. I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I can put it on without strapping the tractor to the trailer. If I can just get one strap on, I'll be right. Does that mean I've strapped the trailer? That's what I don't understand. And have I? Yes, I have. I've strapped the trailer. Great. What about if I do this end? And release this one. Will that work? No. Alright. Oh, it's just... That's actually rubbish, because I've released both of them. It's automatically defaulted to... Well, I wonder if I can do that and then release this one. Okay. Okay, not done yet. Okay. Because I've got a strap on, I'll just make sure everything's strapped on the other side. Yeah, I can probably release this one here too. Not that one. This one. I'll do it from the other side. Alright. Am I lucky now? Yes. I'm free now. I can strap it back up. Okay, wow. Okay, that's cool. It's probably giving me a little bit more room to put another log out there. Now, okay, just working out where the heavy part of the log is. Take it from this angle. That's not going to help me any, is it? I was going to put you in a good spot, but now I might have to put you right in the middle because you're going to fall and play games with me now. Initially that was my fault. I did come around a bit faster than I should have. You know, it doesn't matter where you're going now. Just make sure you're on the... Yeah, I'm just going to release you here. See where you end up falling. Just give it a little nudge. Actually, that's pretty much where I wanted it anyway. Okay, cool. This is a pretty solid load here. What I'll do is I'll drive past that pile and I'll stack a whole lot of logs on there if I can. Alright, I'll just stick this on top, I think. There's there's plenty of spots here it can fall. Just trying to level it out a bit. There we go. This'll do. Whoa. I did not expect to have that much overflow. In fact, I thought I was pretty bang on. I obviously wasn't. You know what, I think what I'll do is I'll put I think that's enough forestry we're done for the day, because I really want to have something else than a full episode of forestry. So what I'll do is I'll stick a couple of more undersized ones on. I'll empty it and then we're going to come put a silage pit in. Well, I'll have a look and see what I can afford. If I can afford something, I definitely will. Okay, just... How am I going to do this? I get plenty of spaces on top. Just going to fall. That's looking pretty good right there. Let's get some straps on it. That was actually really good where it landed. Quite happy with that. This looks like a nice log right here. Can't get out of the way. Let me grab you. Wow, really snagging on these twigs. Get on this side. Okay. You know, when loading trailers, it really does pay to take your time with it, because the more patient job you do, by far you'll be able to stack a lot more. Now, I suppose it doesn't really matter if where your farm is located to the sawmill, if it's really close, but you know, if you're travelling halfway across a map, you want to be taking the biggest load you can. And the only really way you can do that is by taking your time. Now, I love taking my time with, well, I don't know if it's more of a case, it's more habit for me, because I've done a lot of forestry maps. It's just the way I do things. I try to take as much as I can every time. I mean, that's common sense. But to take as much as you can, you've really got to put the effort into keeping it as level as possible, even as possible, and that'll allow you to take a lot more. See, I'm really keen to see, even though I've got a good amount of money on me, and normally I'm spoiled for that amount of money at this stage of the game. I'm really keen to see how much I can get out of this trailer, and also test the limit of the trailer too. Because once you get to a point where you put too much on, the forest mechanics will kick in. You'll see the logs shimmering around, no matter how well you've packed it in. But right now, I really want to start thinning that pile out. That pile of logs near the cabin. I want to start thinning that out. I'm getting to the stage where I can't even get the height to stack I've got to literally hop on and tidy it up every time now. See, already it's starting to shimmer a bit. That's pretty good where it is. See, even this one here, look, it's shimmered all. Oh no, it's the one that looked like a separate log. That's fine. I'm just going to keep on going till it really starts playing up on me. I'm surprised it hasn't started actually, because it's got a good load on it. And I also really want to start clearing out these. Well, that's a long one. I might have to chop that one. I don't want to chop it, but I might have to. Depends where it sits. So even just loading it up is becoming a hassle. I have to jump up and dump it, and then fix it up. Okay. At least it's up there. It's not a good job, but it's up there. I want to put it in the middle, because there is a spot for it. I've got to crouch to pick it up. I can't even do that. Yep, now I have. Oh. I'm still not happy with that. Maybe if I take it down a bit. I'm getting to where I want it to be, but it's, you know what? Oh wow, no I can't. That's not going to work. That's way too long. Yeah. I could go up a little bit, but still. See how the mechanics are playing up on it? Didn't even have time to straighten the blade. Room to come off. Alright. I'll straighten that up for sure. This one here might just go on the ground for a second. It's this one here I want to... Heaven's sake. It's better. We're getting there. Oh, come on. Alright. That's pretty much... I've got to strap it quick. Otherwise it'll slide straight off. The mechanics are kicking now. Now they're moving when they shouldn't be moving. Gotta undo this one. Oh, come on. Alright. How far do you go back? All the way back. Alright. Let's see if I can get this one here on. There is a gap. Yeah, now it's going to play games as well. Just like the other half of the slug. Oh, come on. We can do better than that. Oh, man, everything's in the way. Alright. How about that? Perfect. I'm happy with that. Let's get a strap on. Okay, that's going to be enough. That is enough. Just going to drop this. Right. Okay, so I'm going to go and empty this, and then I'm going to have a look and see what my options are for putting a silage bit down. Because I've got to be able to do something other than forestry all day, every day. I might just get another strap at the back. Because it is a big load. Are we on? We are now. There's a... I'm going to go via the road. With this load I don't want to be bouncing and snagging on trees. Is it a dip? Hope it's not. Cool. Wow. What sort of car is that in front of us? It's really hard to tell. Well, I'll never catch it. So yeah, I'm really keen to see what I get for this. I'm hoping at least 7, but so I'm just going to roll if they go any faster around here. I'm hoping about 8. I'm really hoping about 8. Anything more than 8 will be a bonus. I'll just get it all to the centre. That'll do. And I might put I say I might. If I can afford it, I'll put a fuel tank down on the property as well. Wow, that is underwhelming. Okay, maybe I had a dead tree in there. One of the big trees was a dead tree or something. That is just underwhelming. 5,000 for that. Okay. That was not a good amount at all for what I had. I seriously was expecting somewhere around $8,000. Okay. Now I'll quickly have a look at how much fuel have I got. Even though I got half a tank, it's probably take me half a tank to get back to the shop. That's why I need to get some sort of fuel tank on the farm. Can I fit here? Whoa, that's threading the needle. Right, okay. I'm just going to get the trailer over here out of the way. Let's have a look. We're going to build mode. Construction. Where is it? Silos, extension, construction. It might be under silos. Maybe. 140 for that. Wow, look at the size of that. That's overkill. No, I don't need a silo like that. Surely there's smaller ones than that. What's this one? I don't think that's a newer extension, isn't it? Yeah. Ah. I'm sure I had rice. You know, I've never done rice either. I might look into that. That's a possibility. Look, I'm not going to put a. I had honestly the full intentions of putting a silage clamp down, and this style of silage clamp, but that is just way too big for what I mean, I could buy it, but that I'd only have probably less than 60,000 left. I would want something a quarter of that size. So what I'm going to do off camera, I'm going to have a look at some mods and download another silage clamp. But what I will do instead, if I can, is get some sort of fuel depot. Now, does it have to be filled? I use this in. I've got this used at my yeah, actually, this one here came with the New Frontier map that I'm doing. That's another 4X map. So I don't want to have it on this side because that's going to be. I can have it here, I guess. Put that thing's right there. Actually, I am going to get this, but I'm just going to move the Stratsman because that's right where I want to place it. I think. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place the fuel tank where the Stratsman is. I just want to move it because I don't want it on this side because there's going to be too much development there with fields and silos. And this is a very small area between the shed and the cabin, and I think I can make better use of it. So I'll just get the Stratsman out. Why don't you dare tip on me? I felt like it was about the tip. What I'll do is I'll just repark it on this side. That'll do. Tighter. Snagged on something. There was a tree there. I thought it was clear of all trees. Yeah, right there. Cute. Okay. Alright. Out. Okay, construction. This one. I'm just gonna. Just trying to work out exactly where to play. What's happening? Gotta be kidding me, right? The bloody log's right there in the way. Crikey. Bloody log right smack bang where it needs. And it's a heavy log as well. Oh boy. Pick it up and grab it. Listen, I don't know if you can hear me here, but I've lost sound. I just checked the mic. I was getting microphone. My microphone was reacting as if it was receiving sound, but I can't hear the actual sound of the actual game. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna use the pulley to get that out of the way. That is really annoying what's happened here. Can't pick it up. Hang on, I'll get it out of the way. The sound has just gone completely dead. Okay folks, listen, I had sound issues before. The sound just cut out before, just as I was trying to pull that little log near the cabin around. Now I don't know if the microphone was still effective, but I paused it here and I rebooted. I continued the recording, but I rebooted the game, and as far as I know, I've got the sound back. Yeah, I've got the sound back now, and I hope you've got the microphone. So what I'm going to do, in case I lose the sound, I'm just going to use this pulley to pull that log out. I'm going to put for some reason I couldn't really get a hold of it, so I'm just going to pull it out of the way, and then I'm going to install a fuel tank over near where the shed is. Even though this log that I'm pulling was right next to the pile of the liftable piles, it's not actually, I didn't check the weight, but it's not actually liftable, so I'm just going to drag it out. Okay, really handy this pulley, I love it. Okay, well that just kicked it. Doesn't matter, the tractor will drag it. Excuse me, the tractor will grab it out of the way. There we go. Right, we'll just take it over here. Just going to fling it over here with all these other twigs. Disconnect it, that'll do. Right, now I'm going to where's the shed? I seriously thought that I'd lost the shed as well for a second. Alright, I'm going to just continue with that and put the just bear with me for a minute. This fuel tank down here, because we're going to need one. Just trying to work out which is the best way to have it. I think this way is probably going to look the best, having the trigger here. Actually, what are my triggers? I'm really hoping that this sells it to me, the fuel. Okay, I'm just looking at the fill point. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll test it out. Not that even though I got a fair bit of fuel in, I can't rely on having to drive back to the shop. There's a very good chance if I don't if I don't plan it well, I could end up running out of fuel trying to get back to the shop to fill it up. So this is needed. Even though the trigger's there, I'm hoping I can just sort of lean up to it. Now if I press R, okay, and that was my biggest fear. Okay. I'm going to leave it here, folks. What this is telling me, hang on, just kill the engine. I've got to actually fill this tank up, which means I've got to drive back to the city, buy a tank, fill my tank, and then fill this up. This really fits in quite well, and I like it here, so I'm not going to get rid of it unless I can buy it here. Oh, I can buy it here. Okay, that changes everything. So if I, okay, yes, okay, disregard what I just said. I think I've just by doing that I've just filled it. So start. Okay, as you can see, my fuel is filling now. Awesome. And because I paid for the petrol, or the diesel I should say, because I've paid for the diesel when I filled it, It means every time I fill the tractor up, I don't need to pay for it, because the diesel in this tank is already paid for. I've already purchased this diesel, so that worked out really well. Next episode, I will offline download some silage mods and install silage here, and then we're going to hello Bambi, I was only going to take a photo of you. Do some silage work. Anyway, I know it's getting on this episode, so on that note, I will take a shot here. There's only so many things I can take photos of, so it looks like a fairly interesting. It's a new edition, I want to include that. Okay, there's a screenshot taken. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope we see you again next time. Bye for now.